Some people search their whole lives and wonder what their purpose really is, and others know right away. Barbara Riffe is the latter. Officially, the administrative specialist for the South Florida basketball programs, Riffe is a welcoming face to visitors and a trusted assistant to keep both programs operating efficiently. But she also has a job much bigger than basketball.
I don't know how I would do this without her, honestly. My mom has always been there. I tell her I would choose her in any life if I could to be my mom. See, I told you this. But I cry about the boys, but it's about her.
As small children, both of Riffe's grandsons were diagnosed with autism, a developmental disorder that occurs for 1 in 36 American children annually, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Now, the boys are high school teenagers, the sons of Riffe's daughter, Amy Finley, who is a single mother. Riffe, Amy, and the boys all live together in Temple Terrace, just a few miles from USF's campus.
While I knew something was going on, it was still emotional. You have all these hopes and dreams for your kid, and then when you get this diagnosis and they're nonverbal, you have to grieve the life that you thought they were going to have, and you just have time to accept it, right? You have time to just process it. So Hayden was diagnosed at 2.5. Now Mason, he wasn't diagnosed until he was 5, and I have a lot of guilt over that sometimes because Hayden's needs were so great that I didn't catch the signs in Mason. Hayden, when he's happy, it's really good. He can be funny. He's a good kid. We definitely have our challenges there. Mason, a really good kid, has a big heart. He's very creative. One of the things he does is he makes action figures out of masking tape, and he's really good at it. And I would also say I know it's a spectrum because both my kids are nothing alike. You have Hayden, like I said, he was nonverbal for a long time. His needs are great. He will live with me forever. Mason, he could have as typical life as he would like to have.
With different temperaments and potential paths in life for the boys, Finley has spent much of her time researching autism and finding the best programs for her sons. That research and time led her and Hayden to a very special school whose mission is to educate students with autism to achieve their highest potential.
My name is Sydney Sampson Jackson. I am the principal of the Florida Autism Center of Excellence, or FACE. FACE is the only public tuition-free school in the Tampa Bay area for students aged 3 to 22 years old. And FACE uses a design of applied behavior analysis, or ABA, in our instruction and curriculum. This allows our students to receive the academic as well as the behavioral, social, emotional, functional, and vocational skills that they need to thrive.
He started there in 6th grade. He is now in 12th grade, and he's talked more. He can express his needs more.
He wants to learn. He's not satisfied with just whatever we're giving him in terms of work, in terms of routine things. He wants more. He wants to learn more. So that's what I really see about him, is that he wants more out of life than what people can see.
For Hayden, it's just getting as much independent functioning skills as we can get for him. Like I said, he's going to live with me forever. I've accepted that since he was 2.5. That's fine. But he needs to be able to express his wants and needs. He needs to be able to function. I'm not going to be here forever. And so I want him to be able to cook for himself eventually. Not elaborate meals, but just so I don't have to, right? Now Mason, he can, like I said, he can have his typical life as he wants. I wouldn't say that I have a lot of hopes and dreams and the things that parents typically have. I want him to be happy, whatever that may be, whatever path that looks like. The one thing I always tell him is always be kind and always try your best. And if you do that, then that's good. So as of right now, he wants to live at home forever, though. So it's going to be my mom and the boys and me forever. No one's going to leave.
Well, I wouldn't have it any other way. I love being there with Amy and the boys. I couldn't imagine my life without, being there with the boys. I felt like my purpose is just to be their grandmother. Like I was put on this earth to be their grandmother, and just to help out any possible way I can.
Many often ask how they can help. It's not just about creating awareness and bringing attention to the cause. It's about acceptance.
There's been a massive shift in the focus for autism in the last 5-10 years, from awareness to acceptance. And awareness is really critical for diagnosis and access to resources, for services and support that those people need to grow, speech therapy, behavior therapy, schools like FACE. But acceptance is understanding that that's who that student is. That's what that child needs to regulate and live in our society. And what we need to do is accept that and allow them to move forward and feel included and feel accepted to be in spaces.
The first step is recognition, not seeing them as people who are beneath us or people who just don't understand at all what we go through, because they go through exactly what we go through. They just can't explain as verbal as we can sometimes. So every student here, every person with autism has a possibility. They do have potential to, may not lead lives like we are now, but definitely have some kind of meaning to their lives.
The more people that know, the more people that know, the more people that learn, it's better, right? There's not such a stigma around it, because sometimes I feel like there is. And I go back to that grace thing, right? It's grace and, accepting people for who they are and not being judgmental, and knowing it affects so many people. It doesn't matter your socioeconomic status, doesn't matter your ethnicity, doesn't matter where you live, any of it, it affects everybody. And so chances are someone that has autism or is on the spectrum. And so just, again, big on that grace and not judging people.
For Riffe, when she leaves work, she returns to her family, back to her purpose, embracing her special role at home. When her grandsons are happy, she knows everything will be all right. It's that peace that comes with acceptance.